she don't never have to really acknowledge me, but I was surprised at the end of the day when my song that we talked about the other day, Every Day and Die, was leaked on her project. I really thought she had a lot more respect for me than that. After all, my love and my hard work and perseverance with you was genuine. So that's my secret rendition of...
So, here's the question. Is Mary J. Blige finally ready to talk about the things Angie Stone has said? Angie has made some big claims, saying that Mary was involved in a plan to mess up her career. Angie even says that Mary took her songs and refuses to give her credit for helping her get successful. People are saying that Mary really needs to speak up about these serious claims, because right now, it does not look good for her. As always, I will be sharing all the details with you.
In which I have really been very upset about it, because it was along with Die, there's a song called Paradise and Every Day, which are both were written together. It was the first song I'd ever written as a partnership with D'Angelo, and they took both of those songs and they released the demo masters without permission. That is why, I just found out this year that they released it as a B-side single or something, but they never released it overseas. In the States, because I wasn't supposed to know it. So the version that you all got was never, I didn't give them any permission to do that.
We all know that. Just like Mary J. Blige, Angie Stone is a true legend in her own way. She was one of the greatest artists of her time. Angie's musical journey began because she was born into a very musical family. Her mother would sing around the house, and her father would sing gospel and blues at local spots. As the only child, Angie looked up to her father, and he had a big influence on what she wanted to do, which was to make music that would stand the test of time. Angie helped create The Sequence, the first all-female group signed to the famous Sugar Hill Records, which was a big deal in the hip-hop world. They became one of the first female groups to record a rap song. After finding success in the early 1980s, she joined a group called Vertical Hold before starting her solo career. Angie blessed us with amazing hits, like No More Rain in This Cloud, which stayed #1 for 10 weeks on the Billboard Adult R&B Airplay chart, Baby with the legendary Betty Wright, another #1 hit, and Wish I Didn't. Miss You. Her 2021 album Mahogany Soul reached #22 on the Billboard 200, and her 2007 album The Art of Love and War reached #11. Angie has done so much more than just sing and continue to amaze us. Angie Stone also showed her acting skills in several movies. She appeared in The Hot Chick with Rob Schneider, The Fighting Temptations with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyoncé, and Ride Along with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. She even performed on Broadway as Big Mama Morton in Chicago. Angie also shared parts of her personal life on reality TV shows like Celebrity Fit Club and R&B Divas Atlanta. Sadly, Angie passed away in a car accident on March 1, 2025, after performing at a Mardi Gras concert in Mobile, Alabama. A semi-truck hit her vehicle near Montgomery, and she was declared dead at the scene. Early reports said the van she was in flipped over in a single-vehicle crash, and the cause is still being looked into. After the van flipped, it was struck by an 18-wheeler, a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia, driven by a man from Skidmore, Texas. Angie was the only person who died in the crash, while her band members and backup dancers were also in the van. Her unexpected death shocked the music world, not just because of her amazing talent, but also because of the struggles she had openly talked about. Just weeks before her passing, Angie shared a painful video where she revealed her ongoing financial problems, even though she had a huge impact on R&B and soul music. In the video, she explained that Universal Music Group had been taking her royalties for years. After working for more than 40 years in the industry, Angie asked, "Where are my royalties going?" Only to discover that Universal Music had been receiving all of them. Angie once shared that the people in charge of her royalties took almost everything that was owed to her. She did not say they stole it, but she explained that they took all the money that should have come to her. They put everything into the company, and even though there were many class action lawsuits, the people who were supposed to help her never made sure her songs were properly registered. Angie found out that all the songs she worked on were not registered the right way by the companies she trusted to take care of them. She said that she was living proof of how God had carried her through all of this. But if you thought Angie only talked about her struggles with Universal Music Group, you are wrong. In the months before she passed away, she also talked about her difficult relationships with D'Angelo, Mary J. Blige, and even Diddy. In one video she shared, Angie explained that years after her breakup with D'Angelo, someone working for his company sent letters to industry professionals. These letters wrongly accused her of introducing D'Angelo to drugs and alcohol. The letters also claimed that she was controlling and hard to work with, which hurt her career. Angie made it clear that she did not blame D'Angelo, as she believed. He did not know about what was happening. Instead, she blamed the people handling his business, saying they worked hard to break them up and damage her reputation.
Oh, the person let me know, and it's going on record to say that when the time comes, they will step up to the mic and let it be known that that was their assignment, to destroy my credibility by way of making me look crazy in a relationship that was innocent and pure and real. As a matter of fact, it was so real and pure, you could tell by the nourishment of the music then was just pleasant.
Angie then talked about Mary J. Blige and remembered when Mary first started in music. She said she was there in the early days of both Diddy's and Mary's careers at Uptown Records. Kurt Woodley, who worked for Andre Harrell at Uptown, told Angie they had found an artist who reminded them of her but was not yet fully developed. Kurt, who was also Mary's manager at Uptown, asked Angie to work with Mary and guide her. He explained that they found Mary J. Blige singing Anita Baker's songs at a mall karaoke, and he convinced Angie to help her. Angie even took Mary to her home in Little Ferry, New Jersey. According to Angie, she wrote a song called I Ain't Taking No Shorts for Mary J. Blige because Uptown Records thought Mary needed to work on her image. After they recorded the song, Angie felt the lyrics helped boost Mary's confidence. Angie remembered how Mary sang the song with so much passion. Although they never finished the song, Angie said she heard Mary mention it once after she became famous. Mary would always say, "Boy, Angie Stone's a very, very pretty girl." And the memory of I ain't taking no shorts was all Angie needed to feel proud. Angie said that she never forgot how the song helped Mary J. Blige. She believed the lyrics gave Mary a boost of confidence, making her feel that she deserved to be treated better. Angie felt that moment gave Mary the strength to stand up for herself. Angie also talked about how her group, The Sequence, used to wear metallic jackets and white cheerleader skirts. Not long after, Mary J. Blige was seen wearing a football jersey and a white tennis skirt. Angie pointed out that her group, The Sequence, had introduced tennis skirts to New York, but Mary J. Blige made them famous. Angie explained, "If you remember, my group, The Sequence, wore metallic jackets with white cheerleader skirts. We were cheerleaders." It was not long after that when Mary J. Blige was seen wearing a football jersey and a white tennis skirt. I felt a certain way because nobody in New York was wearing those tennis skirts before us. The Sequence brought them into fashion, but Mary J. Blige made them popular. She wore them, and then everyone wanted to be like her. Angie believed that Mary had taken some of her energy and confidence and used it to become the star she was. However, even though Angie helped Mary become successful, she felt Mary never showed any gratitude. Mary never acknowledged Angie's help. To make matters worse, Angie discovered that Mary had taken a song she recorded with D'Angelo without permission. Angie said she was shocked when her song, Every Day and I, ended up on Mary's album. Angie felt hurt and disappointed because she thought Mary respected her. After all the help Angie gave her, she never expected this kind of treatment. Angie spoke about how shocked she still was, even years later, and it was clear she still felt upset. This was not the only time Angie talked about feeling let down by Mary J. Blige.
That was an unfortunate mishap. When I did that song, every day I did that song, that song for myself. I was pregnant with my son, and D'Angelo and I, did that song. It was at one point that Mary J. Blige and MCA heard the record, and they begged us for the record, and they said, well, can we at least, try it to see what it sounds like. And he and I both at the time did not want to do it because it was a song that we had, we had start working on my album. And so there, at that point, we agreed to let her demo it to see how she sounded, but our vocals was always there. I sang all of the backgrounds, and so did D'Angelo. He and I sang the backgrounds. Mary didn't sing any background. She tried to mimic the lead that I had there because they loved the song, and we did not.
When Angie talked about the issue again, she explained that she never wanted to go to court because situations like that often cause tension between Black women. However, she admitted that the situation had affected her relationship with Mary J. Blige. She said that if they saw each other, they would still talk, but things were different now. Angie also mentioned that her management team was working hard to make sure her royalties were paid directly to her. Even with that, she still felt disappointed because she believed that Mary J. Blige played a part in hurting her career. Angie also spoke about Diddy, who is Mary J. Blige's best friend. She claimed that Diddy had never spoken to her until one day when he approached her and asked if she would pray with him. Angie believed that Diddy was scared for his life because of the stampede that happened at his charity basketball game in 1991 at CC New York. The news about the incident spread, and Diddy started receiving threats. According to Angie, she felt that Diddy finally recognized something good in her and was calling out for help, showing that he still had a real heart and feared God. Although she may have prayed for him back then, it seemed that something went wrong between them later on. Child, B, sure, a singer, spoke out about how Angie was proud of him for exposing Diddy. The whole situation started when Al B. Sure shared text messages that revealed serious issues between him and Diddy. Angie Stone shared some very personal messages where she opened up about what she was going through. In one of the texts, she wrote, "Hey hun, it's Angie Stone. Please call me as soon as possible. A lot is happening with this transplant situation. I have 2 possible donors, but they are being unfair to Black people. It has been 5 years. Now," Al B. Sure replied, "Hey Queen, it is great to hear from you. I am on the plane right now and will call you once I land." Angie then responded, "Okay King, I wanted to let you know that I have 2 donors, 1 negative and 1 positive. I am trying to get approval to go ahead with the transplant, but they are discriminating against Black people of a certain age. I am nervous about working with the hospital system here, so I am reaching out to you to see if you know anyone who can help me get this done. It has been 5 years now. My blood work is excellent and I am just waiting. Call me when you get a chance so we can talk." In these messages, Angie also shared her feelings about Diddy. She added, "I have been praying hard for you since all the things you have been saying for years finally came to light, and he is going down. I did not realize just how much you went through, and it is so sad. Just know that I am praying for you and supporting everything you are going through. I pray that your son Quincy and you will come together again, and that he walks away from that whole messy situation. The world knows he deserves to be with his real father right now." Angie shared a touching message saying, "Kim is resting in paradise. She was born just a few days before me, so I know her spirit very well. I know how she lived, and I can tell you that she has been helping you from the other side. Be blessed, and know that I am here for you no matter what. Peace and blessings, King." I am not sure why Al B. Sure decided to share this, but maybe he wanted to show us how Angie truly felt about Diddy and the people he was connected with. Like Mary J. Blige. As for Mary, it seems she always knew how Angie felt, but she never addressed it. However, some sources say Mary now wants to clear things up because people have been dragging her. Now, with Angie no longer here, I am not sure if it will make a difference if Mary speaks up, or if it will just make things worse. What do you think? Should Mary J. Blige defend herself? Do you think she was wrong for treating Angie like that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.